foul of the
like
game.
That call.
I'm not sure I did either.
Yeah, I ain't like
Especially
that
with the
call.
game on the line.
Yeah, I ain't like that one.
Going the other way here, Naz Reid gets it over to Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Oh, Şengün.
A huge block there by Şengün. It was bloody awesome.
Look at him flying through the air, Perk. That's your guy.
Into overtime we go. So 4 minutes left in OT. Houston up 6. Durant hits the straight on 3. So at this point, for those of you who like win probability, the Rockets over 95% chance to take this one home. Şengün, the exclamation mark. So now we're just about 100%. This should be over. You should be packing up your bags, leading by 13. No one ever comes back from down that much. Dante DiVincenzo, it is March after
That's
all.
Şengün again, though, Perk.
Perk, you did call it yesterday. Exactly what you said about Houston.
Ime Udoka has a couple of notes here. And then Dante, got to guard that man. Hits the straight on 3 to tie the game. And just like that, Houston only has a 52% chance to win. And look at Anthony Edwards. He knows things are shifting in the Wolves' favor. Maybe some brouhaha there. Julius Randle.
A beautiful moment for Minnesota right there. Julius Randle had been struggling since the All-Star break. Definitely needed a moment and a game like this.
This one's slipping away from Houston, and yet a foul would be called here. Rob, you can't believe it. Sending Kevin Durant to the free throw line.
But there was no chance he would miss that.
He missed the first, and so you have to intentionally miss the second to try to pull an Austin Reeves like we saw with the Lakers.
What's the
other
probability
night.
of getting the ball back there?
Well,
Pretty
they
low.
got it, and so on to the inbounds here. Houston ball, one more chance, but Minnesota
Relevant communication.
gets a hand on it.
But I really don't like that play. KD just pops out. There's no screen. There's no movement. There's no
And yet
deception.
Minnesota is able to hang on 110-108. And to your point here, Jeremy, not only did the Wolves come back from the largest deficit in overtime in the play-by-play era, no other team has come back from even down more than 9 points in overtime to win this one. So Tim McMahon joins us for this one. He covers the Houston Rockets for us. Ime Udoka said that this was the worst loss of the year, and there have been several bad losses here for the Houston Rockets. What are you diagnosing here?
This is a team that can't close games. Consistently, this team struggles in clutch situations. That's, KD, we're about a week removed from him saying, get me off the ball in clutch situations. I'm tired of getting doubled, and we can't take advantage of. They're trying different things, getting the same results. And Perk, do we have a vibe check after this one? I saw Şengün make an amazing play to swat the ball and send it into overtime, bloody lip and all that. I saw no excitement from his teammates.
I mean, you know what? Seriously, I got a new nickname for the Rockets. Laundry man. Because they're just waiting in the dryer to come out the dryer because they're going to fold like clean sheets every single time. That was an embarrassment. We less than 10 games in the season. You're trying to find your identity. You were in the slug match at halftime. It was a 1-point game, I believe it was. You come out aggressive, you force it to overtime, you take a 13-point lead, and you fold like clean sheets. That's called a team that's not together. No chemistry whatsoever. I said it at halftime yesterday. It looked like an AAU team out there playing with no practice.
Yeah.
And part of it, look, 50% you could blame on the players that's performing on the floor. It's time to start putting some blame on Ime Udoka as well.
I agree.
Like, we can't just keep letting him off the hook for what he did in Boston or how he came last year and put the made the Rockets relevant again. What are you going to do with this squad?
I mean, I'm going to agree with that, especially even something so small like the last play. It's like, okay, you're down to 1.1 seconds. But to just have KD ISO'd there, literally their play is KD is just standing there, try to get him the ball, and hopefully he makes a hero play. That's not a play. So I'm very shocked at that.
I guess the question for me walking away from this one, when they were up 13, I said, this is over. It was not. Did the Rockets lose this game, or did the Timberwolves snatch it?
This was a character-defining win for the Wolves. Everything you guys are saying about the Rockets is right. I just want to say they only had 8 guys, really, they were playing in this game, okay, because of the injuries elsewhere. They started, Mike Conley went from out of the rotation to starting. Then they lose Jaden McDaniels to cramps. Rudy Gobert fouls out of the game. Naz Reid, controversially, gets ejected from the game. Ayo Dosunmu didn't play in the game at all. And Ant is obviously out of the game. And then they stitch it together and don't quit in a game that was vitally important to them because it not only determined seeding, but it was their home game. Very, very impressive that they never gave up at the end of this game. And you know what else happened? What? They attacked Şengün down the stretch in that overtime. We didn't have that whole thing. As good as Şengün was getting that block shot, he also took a charge. He did so many things well. But play after play after play, he's also a target. And that just reminds you that even when the Rockets show poise or step up, they still have flaws in their roster that can be exploited.
This was the type of game you were asking for more from Julius Randle. He led this team and delivered in an astounding overtime win. This is what makes you believe that the Timberwolves could go to a third consecutive Western Conference Finals. But maybe the Lakers stand in their way. I don't know. There's a whole lot going on in the West. What's more impressive? LeBron's battle with Father Time, Luka's scorching hot streak, or Caitlin Clark's photos of it all? We get you caught up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Perk, did you see the stat line that Joker and Jamal Murray put up last night in their win against Dallas?
I did.
It deserves looking at again, because we also need to check out what's happening on the defensive end of the floor. And yes, Wemby was technically in Memphis, but really he was out of this world. How the high-flying Spurs can catch the Thunder in the standings before the season's end.
He's acting like the voters for the MVP don't care about defense, which is laughably untrue. There's been numerous players that have won multiple MVP awards that were on the first team all defense. All 4 of LeBron's MVP awards he was on the all defensive team. Giannis Antetokounmpo a couple years ago won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same year. Jordan, I think 4 different times was on all defense when he won MVP. Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, most of the years he won MVP all the way back in the decades ago. He won. It is very, very common for defense to be computed into the MVP award. Draymond is going to go into the Hall of Fame as a defensive player. He's burnishing his own credentials as a defensive player. That's totally fine. But trust me, the MVP voters are well aware of defense. Also, I know that this is shocking for the dumb media. We were aware Victor Wembanyama was a good defensive player before he mentioned it the other day. We do watch the game. We may not know as much about the intricacies of the players, but we are not dum-dums.
It's funny because I remember when Draymond Green was politicking for his case last year as Defensive Player of the Year, he finished 3rd in voting. It's funny how that works. Okay. I know that there was a huge slate of games yesterday in the NBA, and I need your insight on this. Let's start with Boston's win over Oklahoma City. What did you take away?
One of the most relevant games we've played really since the All-Star break. This is a potential finals matchup, and what made me so impressed was Jaylen Brown going at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here, basically using his own tactics against him. That's Shai's move, the push-off, getting the foul in the lane at the elbow. Shai's done that, 500 times in the last 2 years? He got 3 fouls on him in the 4th quarter. Excellent performance by Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, the free throw merchant now? Okay. The Lakers capped their 6-game road trip in Indy. What did you learn from this one?
Absolutely high marks across the board for this last 10 days for the Lakers. They have cemented themselves in control of their destiny for the 3 seed. And Luka, you can see 6 straight 40-point games. I mean, absolutely jaw-dropping. But I'm going to tell you, he was so good defensively in this run. He had 17 steals on this road trip. And I know steals aren't everything, but he was very aggressive on defense.
Timberwolves trailed 108-95, 3:01 left, and then they went on a 15-0